Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thanks so much for joining me. And thank you to everyone out there who is a viewer of this channel here. I just hit 30,000 subscribers. I mean, mind blown being able to do that on here. It's something I never thought I would hit. It's not even a goal I was even trying to reach, to be quite honest. I mean, those of you that have watched me from the beginning know that when I set out, all I was really trying to do was hit 1,000 subscribers, which really seemed out of reach at that time. I've been doing this channel for nearly 6 years, since October 2019. Started right before the pandemic and just fell into it. That was one of those kismet sort of things where being locked in our, me, an apartment in New York City, because we went into lockdown for 100 days, actually was to my benefit, having more time to be able to do the videos and things. And so I really got embedded with this whole thing here. So to now be almost 6 years on and having hit 30,000 subscribers, on average, the channel brings in over 250,000 views a month, and I'm just about to hit 9 million total views. So again, mind blown. Thank you guys out there for all of that. I really do appreciate it. But you know, the main thing here is really just for me to be able to say thank you to you guys and let you know that without you, the viewers out there, none of this would be possible. All those great stats and everything I rattled off at the top of this, very cool and all, but without you guys engaging and being present and being part of it, of course, none of that would matter. But the best part of all of this sort of stuff is that when I film the videos, make the content, I get to engage with you guys out there. You weigh in on different topics and ideas and commentary. And it's always fun when you guys agree with the things that I'm saying and putting forward. You know, it's sort of, okay, there's more of us out here in the world that feel a particular way about something. For so long growing up, and especially pre-internet, I was one of the only people that enjoyed the types of music that I enjoyed. A lot of my fellow friends and everything were into more modern day, or maybe continued changing with the musical styles, or they gave up on music. You know, when they graduated high school, they moved on to other things. So when I started this channel and found that there were so many of you out there like me that enjoy this kind of music, that think this kind of way about music, maybe have collections like I do, maybe not to the size, but you guys do have music collections and enjoy collecting. That was a big thing for me. And I hope that for you guys, when you found somebody like me on YouTube, talking about these things, showing these things, expressing my love for physical media, you too felt the same way in that. But another thing that it's done for me is that it's really increased my love of music. I mean, I loved music before this, but I have to say that the channel, and one of the big reasons that I keep doing it, is not only for you guys to share with you, to get it out there, to help promote my favorite bands and artists. I mean, that was always one of the things that I wanted to do, and spread that kind of music out there. But I didn't realize that in return, it was going to make me love my favorite bands and this kind of music and all of that kind of stuff even more. And I think that it has to do with the fact that I'm really taking much more note of the music, what I'm listening to, what I'm hearing, who's in these bands, what's going on in the music world, all to get it out to you guys. But of course, that registers for me. When I was doing it just for myself, reading music news, making calendars of release dates, sometimes that stuff just goes in one ear and out the other. But when I have to sit down, think about it, film these episodes, put together the content, and talk to you guys about it, of course, it registers even deeper. So I do want to say a big thank you for that as well, because this channel has really increased my love of music, and I didn't think it could get much deeper than it has already been. But with each passing year and each passing video that I make, I just simply love this even more and more. Additionally, I'm discovering more music, as certainly I hope you guys are, but I think you would expect in the sense that with me putting all the content out there, viewers, you're going to find stuff, right? But in return, I have found lots and lots of different stuff that I would not have expected either. Whether it's me putting together the What Just Dropped series, where I go through all the new releases, and there's always a few things in there that I had no idea was coming out. And I've stumbled across a lot of great new bands because I want to make sure that I'm doing not only the archival stuff, but I'm also doing the newer bands, the younger bands, and hoping to promote those that I like as well. And I've discovered a number of great ones that way. But the coolest part is when you guys have weighed in and told me about things. I talk about a one album wonder band, and somebody says, oh no, they made a second album, and I didn't know that. Or they did make a second album, it was shelved, and then somebody tells me that it did get a release on a particular label at a particular time, and I can scour the internet to find it. But just things like that, where I've been turned on to more music, or I love a particular artist and I didn't know that they did an additional side project or solo album or whatever it might be. But I've been turned on to a lot of new music. I mean, if you follow along with my collection and the growth of it, I don't remember what it was when I started, around 8 or 9,000, I think. And I'm at 13,000 at this point. So you can see that it is growing considerably quicker than if it took, I've been doing this now, collecting 36 years since 1989. That's sort of what I consider seriously. I've been into music a lot longer, but from the time I bought my first cassette that made me really stand up and take note of music, and then continue to buy them going forward as a regular thing. That's 1989. So 36 years of this, and I got to that point where I hit the 8 or 9,000, and I wasn't even trying. It was just somebody on my channel kept asking me to do a count, so I did. But since that time, it's grown almost exponentially. And it's not just from people sending me things. That does happen a little bit more now than it did when I started. But I still buy a lot of stuff, and I still search for a lot of stuff. I just did an eBay order for 9 CDs from this one particular reseller, and I enjoyed that so much. I went back and bought 8 more. So I've got that coming this upcoming week. And again, it's not the quantity so much that I mean, it's just the amount of stuff that I'm discovering. So certainly from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys who reach out and tell me things about bands and artists and that sort of stuff, because you never know, right? I know a lot of stuff, but there's always something that runs under the wire, and that's really cool. And certainly I hope that you guys are finding a lot through this as well. Doing guest videos, not only on other people's channels, but the ones that I have coming on my channel. So I'm sure most of you guys out there know, in the great grand world of music collecting and the YouTube channels and stuff, Pete Pardo, Sea of Tranquility, and he's somebody that I sort of looked up to initially when I started my channel. And, I have an actual saved screen cap when he commented on my channel, a video when I was thanking fans for 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, wow, Pete Pardo knows who I am, right? So to be filming with him, that's always a cool thing. And we've since become friends, in the shared world of YouTube. And so I appear on his channel on What Is It? But I've also got him appearing now on my channel. And in the last year, I've tried to expand the content of this channel in a number of different ways. And guest videos has been a big part of that. So having Pete Pardo, Grant Arthur, and Phil Aston join on my channel for videos that we film here. We try to do it every month, different topics. I've also got Grant Arthur in a whole separate series on favorite underrated and obscure albums. I'm looking to try and get both Pete and Phil doing other separate video types with me and or appearing on their channels for other things. I recently did a Rock Candy Records discussion over on Grant's channel. So trying to get out there more, mingle, so to speak, but have different avenues and different sorts of interaction and feedback, all trying to make not only this channel here, but my presence out there in the internet, so to speak. Register even more for you guys. You can see me interact with different people, and I always think that's kind of a cool thing when you get a mashup of different YouTube guys coming together to talk about something. It's one's great, two's better, three's awesome, and four is just really amazing whenever that can happen. And again, something in the last year has been interviews, and I haven't had all that many, but I've reached out a lot. You'd actually be surprised. I mean, for about every 15 to 20 people that I reach out to get an interview on, I might get one. So I am reaching out to a lot of different artists, and my channel's still growing, and I don't always get responses. I think because my channel is smaller or unknown, especially when a lot of bigger artists can go up here on much bigger channels and or ABC News, Sunday Morning, whatever is the big, TV channels and radio stations and whatnot. But a year ago, on July 22nd, I had Mike Tramp of White Lion come on, and July 22nd is my birthday. So that was an absolutely amazing birthday gift for me to have him on to talk about that album. And it was so good. I mean, not just because the interview was great, but me being a big fan and being able to share that with you guys on the channel was a very cool thing. More recent interviews, I had Tracy Guns on to talk about the new LA Guns, and that one again was such a fun video to do and have on. Just recently, last week, I had on Billy Rowe from Buck Cherry. He's also from Jet Boy. That's how I originally came across him and grew up with him in the 80s with Jet Boy. But of course, with Buck Cherry, having him on, and at the end of the video where he actually talks about watching my channel and what a cool thing it is for him to appear on my channel. And that's just a lot of fun because I'm a fan of his, he was a fan of mine, and to be able to share that, another just kind of a mind-blowing thing for me to experience through this channel. And the most recent one was having Chip Z'Nuff on to talk about the new Enough's Enough album. And what a gracious, nice guy he turned out to be. I mean, I'd never met him. I had seen him in interviews, and he always seemed like a really cool guy. But he said some really nice things about me, my channel. He talked about really nice things about other musical artists, and he had great stories to tell, and he didn't kind of come on and shoo me off and have to leave very fast when we started it. He said, it was about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and we did a lot longer than that. And it was just one of those things where he had a lot to talk about. He enjoyed himself, and we had a great time. And so those kind of experiences that I then get to share with you are things that I never thought I would be able to do on this channel. And so I've really, really enjoyed that aspect. I hope you guys are as well. Even when the interviews aren't of your favorite artist, hopefully you can see the excitement, the joy, and understand the passion involved in not only the artist talking about their music, but mine for being able to interview them. And I certainly hope to continue to do more and more of that here on the channel. And so also in the last year, I've tried to partner with more companies to try to bring things your way. Number of them being record labels because, hey, that's what we're here about. So Bad Reputation Records, I've talked to you guys about them and done unboxings on here and hopefully turned you on to some great music that way. And because I've partnered with them, I've been turned on to stuff. Bad Reputation Records, Ganafowl, a French band that I knew nothing about, ended up falling in love with them and buying a bunch of their albums. More recently, FNA Records, done a couple unboxings with these guys. I got a new one I know that's getting ready to be sent, not only from Bad Reputation, but from FNA Records. So again, finding a lot of great music and stuff through them. Another one, waiting on some stuff from these guys because they're doing a great job, but Metallic Blue, or I should say, yeah, Metallic Blue Records. Sometimes I always want to flip it around and call them Blue Metallic because blue being the big first thing I see, but it's Metallic Blue Records. All of these labels, what I like is that they are reaching back in to the archives to pull out things from our favorite artists. A lot of our favorite bands are either no more, or maybe they don't record as much because albums don't sell. But the archival things seem to be big business, and these are labels that focus on that, and that's a great thing. I also talk all the time about societies because they gift me a lot of shirts that I get to wear on the channel for you guys. Every so often, they see that you guys are asking about it, and then the owner reaches out and says, "Hey, why don't you pick 5 shirts, wear them on your channel and talk about them." And so I'm grateful for those kind of things, but I love having the shirts to be able to show you guys because I stand by these companies. I like these companies. I'm never going to talk about stuff on a channel that I don't like. So the other cool thing is with societies, I've been working on my own shirts. So you guys have seen me wear these in some of the videos, and I've talked about them a couple different ways. It's still being developed. It's a little slow going. I'd hoped it would have gone a little bit faster, but I've got 3 different designs that I've been working on. You've seen me post art over on Facebook and talk about it on there. Yeah, so I've got that working out, and that's going to be with societies. So if you have bought any shirts from them, you like the concert shirts that I wear, they will be selling those shirts down the road. I will do a full presentation and unboxing and announcement when that takes place. I'd kind of hoped it would tie in with the 30,000 subscribers. We just didn't quite get there with it, but lots and lots of great stuff. And of course, I've got my architect shirt on, which usually anyone who's been following me for a long time knows what that's all about. Not only am I an architect, but I wear it whenever I announce and when I film the question and answer session videos. So last one I filmed was at 25,000 subscribers. I've now hit 30. I used to film them on every 1,000 because it took a long time to get there, but I don't know, speedometer or odometer, whatever that's counting things here, clicks a little bit faster these days, which I am very grateful for. But because I've got, basically 5,000 new subscribers on here, I thought it'd be a great time to go ahead and do another question and answer session. You guys can ask me whatever you want. I pretty much will answer anything. Generally, it breaks down into about 3 categories when I get all the different questions. A lot of you guys want to know all music related type stuff, which is very cool. Some of you guys ask questions about the channel, and I'll talk about that. And some of you guys ask personal things like why I wear this architect shirt, because I am an architect day to day. It's my full-time job as an architect. But I do this for fun. This is my passion. Music's my love. So I do the YouTube channel and all of that. And so if you will, leave your questions in the comments. If they are new questions and or questions that haven't been answered in a long time, I will add them to a list and do a full question and answer session going through all that. That'll be a separate video. I will collect these for the next 5 days, so go ahead and get in posting these things and getting them up. If they're questions that I get asked all the time, or maybe it's just kind of general information like, who's your favorite artist? Pink Floyd. What do you do for a living? I'm an architect. What was the first album you bought? Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Things like that have been answered a gajillion times through different conversations and videos, and not just in question and answer. I will probably just respond to you right there, answer your question so that you get your answer, but it might not be part of the full thing. But either way, I hope you guys weigh in, ask your questions, have at it, leave them in the comments, and certainly, again, thank you to all my viewers out there, and thank you to those new subscribers that have come in, and those of you that have stuck around from the beginning, bringing me up to a total of 30,000 subscribers. From the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate all of you out there. All right, everyone, take care. Have a good one. I look forward to this next question and answer session with you guys. Bye-bye.